In the ancient kingdom of Babylon, the grand palace was bustling. New captives from Jerusalem were brought to the courts to serve King Nebuchadnezzar, among them a young man named Daniel and his friends Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. They were chosen for their intelligence, beauty, and potential, to be trained and educated in the ways of the Babylonians. As they entered the royal dining hall, a grand feast awaited, with rich meats, aromatic wines, and delicacies fit for kings. The aroma was intoxicating, and the other young men from Judah marveled at the spread. But Daniel's face grew thoughtful. He turned to his friends and said,
"This food is not ours. The king's meat and wine have been offered to idols. We belong to the God of Israel, not these false gods."
Hananiah looked around and whispered,
"But Daniel, if we refuse, we'll surely offend the king. Who are we to question his hospitality?"
Daniel placed a steady hand on his friend's shoulder.
Our loyalty lies first with God. If we defile ourselves with this food, we dishonor the Lord who brought us here.
At that moment, the steward of the king's palace, Ashpenaz, approached them. "Why aren't you eating?" he asked, a frown creasing his brow. "This feast is a privilege few in Babylon enjoy." With a respectful bow, Daniel replied,
"Sir, we request permission to avoid the king's food and wine. Allow us to eat only vegetables and drink water."
Ashpenaz looked baffled. "Only vegetables? Water? Why would you choose that over the finest of the king's table? If you grow weak, the king will hold me responsible." Daniel met his gaze with calm conviction.
"Please, test us for 10 days. Allow us this diet, and then compare our appearance with those who eat the king's food. If we appear weaker, then you may do with us as you wish."
Ashpenaz studied Daniel's unwavering expression, then sighed. "Very well. 10 days it shall be. But don't expect me to save you if you start looking ill." As the days passed, Daniel and his friends ate only the simple meals they had requested. Others mocked them, saying they would surely become frail and sickly on such a diet. "Daniel," Mishael said one evening, "why is it that you have so much faith? Even with the king's eyes upon us, you stand firm." Daniel smiled and replied,
"Mishael, remember the words of our fathers. The Lord is our shepherd, even in this foreign land, he will guide and protect us. Faith is not shaken by fear of kings, but strengthened by trust in God."
On the 10th day, Ashpenaz returned, expecting to see gaunt and tired faces. But to his amazement, Daniel and his friends looked healthier and more vibrant than all the others who had eaten the king's food. Their eyes shone with clarity, their faces with strength. Ashpenaz was astonished. "What is this?" he murmured. "You ate only vegetables, yet you look stronger than the others." He shook his head in wonder. "Clearly, there is something different about you and your God." As Daniel and his friends returned to their quarters, Hananiah spoke softly, "Daniel, your courage has shown us that our faith is worth more than anything in this world, even a king's favor." "Yes," Daniel replied, "when we place our trust in God, we'll find that He sustains us. We do not need what the world offers to find strength. Let this remind us always to honor Him first, no matter the cost." This story from Daniel not only speaks to maintaining faith in difficult circumstances but also reminds us that God honors those who honor Him, even in the smallest choices. Moral lessons. 1. Faithfulness over worldly pleasures. Even when surrounded by worldly comforts and pressures, staying true to one's faith honors God and brings true strength. 2. Courage in the face of fear. Daniel's story reminds Christians to stand firm, even if they stand alone, trusting God's guidance over human favor. 3. Trusting God for provision. Daniel and his friends showed that reliance on God can provide sustenance beyond what the world can offer. 4. Leadership by example. Daniel's actions inspired his friends and left a lasting impression on Ashpenaz, showing the power of integrity to influence others. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more faith-boasting stories and click on the notification bell to be notified when a new video is posted. Also, comment, like, share and remain focused in this heavenly race. Never you compromise your faith no matter the situation. God bless you. Amen.